good there. Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back. And today in this video we're going to be doing something that I've been wanting to do to my car for quite some time now. And what it is I'm going to be changing out this old, not so good exhaust. Kind of quiet, but it's not terrible. So what I just recently purchased about 2 weeks ago now is the ISR Racing Catback exhaust. And yes, it's with the burnt tips. So it comes with this piece right here, which replaces the muffler in my car. And then it also comes with like the resonator piece that goes from the Catback. Alright, so what me and Anthony went ahead and did earlier this morning was we jacked up my car, and then on the bolts that we're going to be taking out, unscrewing rather, we sprayed it with PB Blaster. And I'm going to go get that. Alright, so we jacked up the car this morning, and we also sprayed PB Blaster on the bolts to help loosen them up, because these bolts probably have never been taken off before, and it's a 2011 car, so it's like 7 years. And also, when you jack up your car, be safe about it. Like, put the jack where it's supposed to go. Don't put it on like the sway bar or anything stupid like that. And then also with your jack stands, make sure you put it where they're supposed to go. Like, we don't want you guys to get crushed by your cars, because that's not good for you guys. And not good for the underneath of the car. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start loosening up the bolts. And also, if you guys didn't see the unboxing that I did of this exhaust, I'm gonna leave it down in the description. So yeah, let's get started. Alright guys, we got another pro tip in this video. We already had a pro tip before, which was the PB Blaster to get rid of the rust on the nuts or bolts, whatever you want to call it. This pro tip here now is we have a little homemade breaker bar. The nut bolt, whatever you want to call it, on
the exhaust?
The exhaust, sure, that's basic enough. Was very tight. So watch this. We just had, this is the socket here, as you can see. We just found a pipe, and now it's just, leverage is your friend. Look at that.
A little homemade breaker bar, boys.
We're not getting a lot of rotation out of it, but, not a lot of rotation, but it's rotating. So that's all I can ask for. And then the bottom one, we're just giving up on it. So what we're gonna do is we have our, where is it? We have the Sawzall set up, and we're gonna get the Sawzall in between the gaskets and just cut the bolt, because we are running out of patience. So yeah, so we're gonna cut the bolt and we'll get back to you guys. Okay guys, so we're back now. It took a long time. We got the bolts off here that connected the mid pipe to the muffler. And now we're over here by the cats too, which is another problem. The cats we took, sorry about the really bad camera quality, but look, ready? You see there, we took those off. Unscrew the bolts, nuts, whatever you want to call it. And now the pipe that Chris is holding is just on the hangers. So Chris is gonna wiggle it and it should come off the hangers. But then I know the other hangers you might have a problem with. So what you have to do is, the camera towards me,
yeah.
Sir. What you have to do is use like a WD-40, spray the hanger, spray the whole piece of metal goes through, and with WD-40 you will kind of pry it off with the channel locks. We're gonna get this piece off and we're gonna throw it out onto the street because we don't want this anymore. Alright, the hanger is now off. This piece, I'm just trying to maneuver it out of here. Okay, this piece is out completely. Just don't get rid of this because I don't know if I need the hanger. Okay. Full send, boys! Full send! Garbage means. So don't either, like, I don't know if I need this yet, so don't throw any of these hangers out, or don't throw out or don't try and cut anything, because if you're not sure if you need it or not, if you need it or not. So I'm gonna leave this here for now. Here's the old resonator, new resonator. So yeah, continue. Alright, so right now we're lubing up with some WD-40. We're lubing up the hangers. Hopefully we can get them out from the metal piece going through it. Is it working? I mean, is it hitting the spot?
Yeah.
Once that's there, a little bit of lube, you know, the more lube the better. You take your channel locks, grab the teeth like that, and just pry right off.
Ooh, boys.
It's close.
And you're off. Now get all the channel locks.
Yeah, put them down.
Oh, you want to pull the hanger towards you?
Yep. That's off right there. We pulled that one off.
Some WD-40 and some channel locks. And now we started to loosen this side over here. And I'm gonna see if I could just get Chris doing it for a good time. Oh, he went early.
It's down. Oh, yep.
Okay, we're down. Chris just, see the metal rod there? Chris pulled it off of the rubber. There he is. We're still in one piece. It's just a little hot today.
Garbage. Not garbage. Garbage. Not garbage. I guess is this piece somehow we have to get this rubber piece off and slap it on here. So yeah, boys, full send. All right, it's been like 2 days since the last clip we got shot because we came home from work yesterday, and as soon as we took out all the tools, they just started downpouring on us. So I'll throw in a little clip right here for you guys. The rain does this again, guys. Gotta postpone. Half send. But we're gonna continue today, 2 days after. So my car's been up on jack stands for like 2 days now. Alright, so we're gonna go underneath the car and put in the new exhaust. Alright, so underneath the car, we went ahead and we put on the exhaust. And what you guys want to do first, let me see if I can get a better view for you guys, is when you put on the exhaust, put the bolts on first, but don't tighten them completely. So do these two bolts, keep them loose. Do those two bolts, keep them loose. And then whatever bolts you guys have for your exhaust, just keep them loose until your exhaust is all in position and on the hangers. And then once they're on the hangers, go back to each bolt and go ahead and tighten them up. Because doing that will give you guys more play with your exhaust to make it easier for you guys to center it and keep it in line.
And with this exhaust, guys, and yes, I'm wearing a hat under a car, even though I have no room to work with. But when we work with this one, we started from the cat and piece by piece. You don't want to build it outside the car and try putting it in. So if your car comes in separate pieces, start from the front of the car, like we started from the cat, put this piece in, then we put the piece of the resonator in, and then we put the back piece with the 4 quad tips. So start from the front and work your way back, piece by piece. It's the best way to put it in.
Alright, so now my exhaust is mostly in, we just gotta tighten up the bolts. Time for a cold start has been started in like 2 days. I'm excited, let's see how it sounds. Ready, kid? Give you guys some gas. So I don't know if you guys can hear me, but with your new exhaust, you're gonna have some white smoke coming out. That's not normal. It sounds beautiful. Can you unlock the car first? Oh yeah. So my exhaust is fully on. Everything's bolted in, all up on the hangers. And when you guys are doing your exhaust, make sure don't put the whole exhaust together when it's outside your car. Put it all in separate pieces. So I would recommend work from your cats back to the exhaust tips. And when you put them in, just put the bolts on like hand tight. And besides that, once they're all in, like hand bolted, put them on the hangers, because having them not tight will allow you to have some leeway and movement while you're putting them up on the hangers. And for my exhaust, from what I used on my bolts, for the Genesis Coupe, this is the ISR Racing Catback exhaust. It was, take the bolts off, it's gonna be different for you depending on how much rust is on them. But for putting the exhaust on, the bolts were either, I couldn't tell if they were metric or not, but they were either, it worked with 16 millimeters or also with 5/8. So probably either one of those, metric or not, it'll work for you guys. That's gonna be it for this video. I'm gonna do a little drive-bys and before and after. Peace.